Hello, warrior. Welcome to the Stoic Templar channel. Here, you won't find comfort. You'll find strength. Here, we don't speak of excuses. We speak of discipline, courage, and honor. This is the battlefield where the philosophy of the Templar Knights meets Stoicism to forge unbreakable men. If you're tired of living on your knees, this channel is your refuge. Here you'll hear brutal reflections, words that cut like swords, and Templar marches that ignite the fire within you. From now on, every video is training. Every word, a weapon, and every step you take is toward the man you were born to be. So take a deep breath, put on your armor, because the inner war begins now. Before stepping into battle, do your part. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Comment below what battle you're facing today. This is not just another message, it's a call to forge the kind of man the world cannot break. Welcome to the Stoic Templar Brotherhood. Since you were a kid, they taught you to run for comfort when it hurt. They said it would all get better, that someone would come to wipe your tears and hold your hand. And you believed it. You grew up thinking the world cared about your feelings, that your pain meant something to those around you. But life isn't a fairy tale. It doesn't stop just because you're hurting. It crushes, ignores, and keeps spinning like you don't even exist. That's how it works. The more you cry, the weaker you look. The more you show your pain, the less the world respects you. The world won't kneel before your wounds. It won't. Honor your pain. It respects those who act, those who rise up broken, those who keep walking even while bleeding. That's the truth no one had the courage to tell you. And that's why you're frustrated. Because you still expect compassion where there's only judgment. You still believe the world owes you something because you suffer, but it doesn't, and it won't. Life doesn't care about your tears. It won't pause for you. It won't hold you. It doesn't come with a manual. It only demands. And you have two options. Either you harden up or you break. There's no middle ground. The world is brutal to those who wait for mercy. And you can either keep feeding empty hopes or face reality. Don't scream, don't beg, don't wait. It's you versus you, always has been. While you complain, others are building. While you cry in the dark, others are rising in chaos. Life rewards those who act, not those who whine. It respects those who fight, even with no strength. Those who face it, even when afraid. Those who keep going, even without certainty. That's the kind of man the world honors. The one who swallows his pain and keeps walking with clenched fists and a solid mind. Want to be treated like a man? Then stop acting like a boy. Stop hiding behind pain. Stop using suffering as an excuse to do nothing. Pain doesn't give you permission to quit. It tests you. It challenges you. It invites you to grow. And you need to decide, will you keep living like a victim, or will you embrace this war like a warrior? There is no real strength without pain, no honor without scars. Every man who built something great had to bury his tears and move forward with dry eyes and a burning soul. You're not alone in your pain, but only you can walk through it. And the sooner you accept this, the sooner you'll break free from the emotional prison that's holding you back. Stop crying. The world doesn't care. What it wants to see is if you'll stand up again, if you'll keep going after it all. And if you do, then yes, the world will respect you. Not out of pity, out of fear, out of admiration, because the man who rises in silence shakes the earth around him. You weren't made to live crying. No man is born to stay small, to be broken inside. That's what the world does to you when you believe weakness is a virtue. When you start thinking that exposing every open wound is a form of bravery. It's not. Courage is carrying the pain and not letting it rule you. It's turning tears into action. It's silencing the complaints and standing tall even when your soul is in pieces. Modern society built an army of soft men, emotional, lost, fragile. Men who confuse sensitivity with weakness. Men who collapse at the first rejection. And what happens to them? They're ignored, left behind, forgotten. This world has no room for men who abandon themselves. You need to take ownership of your pain. Stop running from it. Stop expecting others to feel what you feel. They won't. Everyone has their own war. Your pain is yours alone, and it will only destroy you if you keep using it as a reason to stay still. Every man has moments when he thinks he can't go on, when he wants to disappear. But real men don't run. They face it. They turn the fall into fuel. Every defeat becomes a building block in their fortress. Every humiliation becomes a lesson that makes them stronger. That's where the difference is made between the man who becomes a statue of pain and the one who becomes a silent warrior. One will be forgotten. The other will leave a legacy. And that legacy doesn't come from pain itself. It comes from how you respond to it. From the conscious decision to stand tall, to never beg, to never play the victim. You have that power. Even now, in the middle of your chaos, you still have a choice. You can stay down crying, hoping someone notices you. Or you can rise. No audience, no applause, no spotlight. Because the man who rises in the dark is the one who lights up the world. And if you've made it this far, something inside you still wants to fight. You still want to win. You haven't given up yet. So hear this, from one man to another. No one is coming to save you. No one will cry for you. No one will carry your pain. You've got two choices, stand up or be forgotten. You wake up and feel the emptiness. The soul is heavy, the body sinks, and yet the clock doesn't stop. The world doesn't pause for you to breathe, reflect, or try to understand what's happening. It demands, it charges, and if you don't deliver, it simply discards you. It doesn't matter if you're in pieces, if life crushed you yesterday. Today you have to get up, because the world doesn't stop for anyone. The gears keep turning, indifferent to your pain. And this is the first brutal truth. The war you're facing is yours alone, and it's silent. There's no siren, no audience. It's you against you. Society wasn't made to console you, it was made to test you. From the moment you were born, every weakness of yours is evaluated. Every hesitation, every tear, every misstep, everything is judged. Not because the world is cruel, but because the world can't afford to carry the weak. That's how it survives. And if you want to survive too, you need to become someone who commands respect, not through words, but through posture. Through coldness in the face of chaos, through firmness in the midst of the storm. Pain isn't the problem. The problem is what you decide to do with it. You can bow down, cry, wait for a hug that will never come. Or you can turn pain into discipline. Make it your sword. Every blow you've taken, every humiliation you've swallowed, every night you've cried in silence, all of this can be fuel. It can be the building material of your inner fortress. But only if you want it. Only if you have the courage to look in the mirror and say, no one is going to save me, so I will forge myself. There is no reward for those who give up, only for those who resist. And resisting is continuing to walk even when the soul is in shreds. It's waking up without desire but getting up anyway. It's not waiting for motivation because it fails. It's relying on discipline because it saves. Discipline is the bridge between pain and transformation. Without it, you're just another lost soul, crying in the dark and waiting for a miracle. But with it, you become someone who writes their own story. Every man you admire has walked through hell and returned in silence. No true warrior became strong without first being crushed. The difference is that he used the crushing as a mold, as a tool, as initiation. Because being a man isn't living without pain, it's living despite it. It's walking wounded, it's acting with fear, it's fighting even without hope. That's honor, that's strength. That's what forges the Templars. You weren't made to live on your knees, you were made to fight. You carry within you the spark of the warrior, of the man who doesn't flee, who doesn't surrender, who even bleeding gets up, who even alone marches, who even fallen is already planning how to rise again. And that man needs to be born, needs to awaken, needs to become stronger than any pain the world can inflict. Those who cry waiting for pity live eternally enslaved by their own weakness. Because those who live waiting for understanding are always at the mercy of others, always vulnerable, always small. But those who free themselves from expectation, who kill the need to be understood, find a freedom that few know. The freedom to act without depending on anything, to fight without needing approval, to be a man in the highest sense of the word. The world respects those who act, not those who explain themselves. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 reasons to feel bad. What counts is what you're going to do now. Will you keep crying, or will you get up? Will you continue blaming the world, or will you build a new version of yourself? The choice is yours. It always has been. Only now you can no longer pretend you don't know that. This is the truth, and the sooner you accept it, the sooner you'll forge your own liberation.
Nox nec timor extinguere.